Bro, do you have to put everything on TikTok? Well, this one's good. And he deserves to get called out. So I met this man on Tinder. Total honesty, I didn't think he was that cute. He reminded me of a Penn State quarterback. And I was like, oh, Penn State. I matched them, and then we had a conversation, and he was really nice, really easy to talk to, and I was like, okay, we'll see where this goes. Brooke, just chill out. They don't all have to be 10 out of 10s, even though you are. I gave him a chance. That's where I went wrong. So we were FaceTiming and we were texting for 3 or 4 days, all right? Not much. But it was a great conversation every time we talked. So he asked me to hang out on Friday, and I was like, those are designated days, we cannot do that. Then how about Monday? And he said, okay, cool. Again, this man asked me to hang out. We were texting all day. All right, all day. And he is like obsessed with me, obviously. He agreed to meet at 9 o'clock. It is 8:45, and I am about 8 minutes from where we were gonna meet. He didn't want to come pick me up, mind you. We were just gonna go get a beer. He wanted to go play a game, putt-putt. I was like, no, we're going beer.
There's already a lot happening right now. I will never understand the concept of, I get that people can grow an attraction over time. I get that. You may not be like perfectly wooed by someone the first time you meet them, and then as you get to know them, they become more attractive, but like, you have to understand, girlies, that if you are starting the date already believing that it's a charity case, maybe don't complain about anything else that happens after that, because you've already established that it's charity. In your brain, going into the date, you're the 10 out of 10, you're the prize, and this is just charity that you're doing for him. So then maybe, if that's the case, don't be shocked and angry if it doesn't work out in any kind of significant relationship, because you went into it saying, I'm being nice to this UGGO. That was your headspace that you chose to enter it in, and now you're putting all of the burden on him to change your mind on that. This is so delusional.
So I texted him whenever I was 5 minutes away, and I said, almost there. 5 minutes. I didn't go to the gym that day because I was like, oh, I got a date. I can't. I'm going to be responsible. I hate being late. This man goes to the gym at 7 o'clock, right? It's now 9. He agreed on this time because it worked best for him. I was waiting around all day. I wasn't doing nothing. I did my hair. I did my makeup. I got a shower. I shaved my legs. Why? Because they haven't been shaved in a while. So I texted him 5 minutes away. He said, fudge, wait, I'm still going. We got going late AF. Not my problem. I said negative. I'm on my way and you better be there. He said bro with a frowny face with a tear. I said, if you're not here by the time I finish this beer, I'm walking out. He said, there's literally no way I make it. Or I'm already parked. You think that I'm just gonna drive 15 minutes back home? No. My ass is going in there alone. I'm gonna get a beer. I look cute. So I called my friend and I told her what happened. And she's like, no way you walked in there. And I was like, yeah. She's like, you're sitting there at the bar by yourself? Yeah. She's like, you're such a savage. I told him. I was like, you're not here. I told him I finished this beer. Bitch is leaving. Not to sound like a little asshole, but I got people that would wait for me for days in a bar and I never give them a chance. I'm out here and you're gonna be late?
And now we enter the like, oh yeah, I have a roster. This is like, this is the quintessential woman's version of like, whatever, you were ugly anyway, whatever, you're a bitch anyway. Is like, if a girl ever gets rejected, or even not rejected, it just doesn't go the way that she wants, she always goes right to, yeah, well, I have like 100 other guys who would suck on my toes for $100 each. Like, okay, girl, then go date them then. Like, what are you doing with my dumb ass? Like, now let's be very clear. He is an a-hole for agreeing to a time for a date and then pushing iron at the gym during that time and putting it off. That's an a-hole move. But that's an a-hole move. That's not a hot guy privilege the ugly guys can't do. If you do that, you're an a-hole. You don't get to get away with it because you're hot. It's not worse if you're ugly. Why can't you guys be intellectually consistent about that? You always have to make it a, how could he even ghost me? He is not even hot enough. How could he blow me off when he's ugly? What you're saying through the language that you're demonstrating here is that hot people are allowed to be a-holes, as you're trying to get away with, but ugly people can't. Ugly people are held to a higher standard of respect and credibility and attendance, but hot people can do whatever they want because they're hot. You sound stupid.
Gonna be late? I'm gonna be here until this beer is gone, and then I'm gonna be gone. So whether you make it here or not, that's what's happening. He never showed up.
Here's another thing too. If a dude was super ugly, like if a dude was like so far beneath my typical standard and I have this like massive roster of other Giga Chads that could just give it to me any time of day, I'm not going to be trying to set an ultimatum to get him to like rush there any faster. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to catch me going like, okay, well, you have until the end of this beer and then you better get here. Like, you were putting the pressure on because you wanted him to show up. This mattered to you. This was important to you. It meant something to you. And now you're, instead of drinking beer, you're just drinking pure hard copium to cope.
I got stood up. So then I was like, am I just gonna leave or am I gonna go find another cute boy to flirt?
Okay, another question. She says she got stood up, which, in a way, she technically did it right. He agreed to 9. He wasn't there. But it's not like there was no communication. When I'm stood up, it's typically that we agreed to go somewhere, I show up, they never show up. What happened was there was communication, and he was like, hey, don't go, I'm not gonna be there yet. Is that standing up? It's not cool. It's not chill. It's very annoying. But did she get stood up? Or did she create a self-fulfilling prophecy by going there anyway, even though he said he wasn't going to be there, and then trying to set an ultimatum to prove whether or not he actually saw her as worth it, aka playing games and testing him super early into the interaction? I know which one I choose.
Flirt with, since I already look cute. I decided to leave. Get home. I'm like, I'm not gonna text him. I texted him because he deserves it. Essentially, I said, thank you for wasting my time. Douche move. This is why I hate men. Thank you for proving it.
Let me just check again. Let me just check this one more time, okay? 157,000 hearts because a man that she chose, that she vetted and chose, was late to a date. Because of this, that's why she hates men. And that's all okay. How many heart reacts do you think that it would get if a man made the same exact video? He's like, I met a girl on Bumble. We've been talking. We've been FaceTiming. She's a little uglier than I usually go for. Kind of mid, kind of a little bit of the butterface territory, you know, but I'm feeling nice. I'm feeling generous in my chat of hearts because I'm hot. I'm hot as balls. But then I tell her, like, let's meet at this bar, and she's busy with her friends. She's like, I'm not going to be there yet. Give me a minute. So I say, no, you have until the end of this beer to get here or you're done. And she didn't arrive by the time I finished my beer. So of course I sent her berating, abusive, angry text messages. Of course I did. And that's why I hate women. Oh, you wouldn't like that video? Why not? This one's fine. You girlies loved this video. Why is it not okay when a man makes a video like that? Explain it to me like I'm 4 years old, because I don't understand this culture. I don't understand this culture we live in where this gets 157,000 heart reactions, but we can all agree that it would be incel cringe if a dude did it, right? Let's see the comments. I'm in my try the not so attractive guy phase. Still single. They don't get it. Like, they really don't get it. They don't understand that they're not dating down. They're behaving like brats late into their dusty old ages, and then the dating pool slims. And they're also left with people who have been either behaving in ways that have kept them single or have unfortunately been displaced or disenfranchised in the dating market for one reason or another. And they're deciding that these people are all just the ugly ones and they're the prize without even once considering maybe no one wants to date a person who's being seen as the ugly one off the bat. Maybe, just maybe, the majority of people, especially the majority of people dating in their 30s or beyond, who have enough lived life experience to know what it's like to be seen as less than and to know what that treatment will entail, maybe they just already know what's going to happen, okay? Maybe they recognize what you do to them and they're sick of it. But they don't see it that way. The only way they see the world is, well, I'm hot and you're ugly. Behave accordingly. Kiss my feet. What are you doing? It's so delusional. But she's getting so much love in the comments for this. You're so real for this. I love your energy. If you had a show, I would watch it religiously. Incel nice girl women get all the praise in the world for doing the exact same shit that they hate Andrew Tate for. There's a part 2. Hold up. No way. No way. Where is it? This is another funny thing to me. It's funny that there even is a part 2. Because did this video not just end with her clearly and confidently asserting, I don't care about this guy. I'm out of his league anyway. He is beneath me. Why would there be a part 2 if that was true? Someone riddle me that. How is it that this man is such a UGGO and he's getting 2 videos out of your ass?
Hey, part 2. So this is what happened. Just to prep it, I meet this mid-man on Tinder. I give him a shot. He asks me to hang out. I say I can't. I make time for him. I make time for a man.
They're so generous, aren't they? She's so generous. Why don't men want her? I don't understand why people don't want this generous kind.
I go to where we agreed to go, and he stands me up. After being obsessed with me, he stands me up, doesn't show up. I text him a savage remark. I was a savage the whole time during the situation. Oh, you're gonna stand me up? Okay, watch your ass get replaced. Anyway, so I just posted a cute little picture of me on my Instagram because I was feeling cute in it. I was feeling out. Tell me why this man, after a month, sent me a voice message. And are we gonna show the crowd? Yeah, damn right I'm gonna show the crowd. This man let me go to the bar, sit there, and wait for an hour and a half, and never said anything to me.
Why are you lying when we can all go back and watch the last video right before this? He made me go wait an hour without saying anything. He told you he wasn't gonna be there. He told you he was at the gym and that he wasn't gonna be there for a while. You chose to go have a spite beer that you then used as your spite ultimatum beer, and you were like, you better be here before I finish this. He told you he wasn't going to be there. There was communication. You decided to be a brat. This is on you.
To me. After texting me nonstop for a week straight, and then gave me a bullshit excuse that I never responded to. Well, here's the voice message he just sent me after seeing my cute little picture on Instagram. I did not post the picture for him, by the way. I do not want...
Look me in my eyes and say that. Look me in the eyes and say you didn't post that for him. Girl. Be so for real.
Anything to do with him. You're lucky you got 1 shot with me. You think you're gonna get 2? You're not. You're done. Alright, on to the good part.
So I just wanted to be transparent and let you know why that night I didn't show up. It had nothing to do with me not wanting to be there or me being shitty or anything like that.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Communicated with you, but I honestly felt like I didn't deserve to be out with you or out doing anything, spending any type of money, because at that time I didn't have a job. The faith of pain and anxiety probably played a role, whatever, but the biggest reason I didn't show up was because I didn't want you to ask what I did and then me not be able to explain myself and look like an idiot. I lied about having a job because I was self-conscious about it, and I didn't want...
So you lied? Okay, you have anxiety, bitch. My hands were sweating for hours straight, and I...
Why? Wait, why were your hands sweating for hours? I thought he was so mid and so ugly. Interesting.
I made myself go. Put on your big girl pants, go on the date. You got anxiety? Bitch, I got anxiety. And I don't even know you that well, and it's a week into it, and you're already lying to me? I don't give a shit that you don't have a job or not, as long as you're looking for one, because I'm not a sugar mama. Alright, back to this.
She's also established that she doesn't like liars. What do you guys think are the actual odds that she meant it with her full chest that she doesn't care that he didn't have a job? Really? You don't even like that he's not a 10, and you're gonna pretend like you could see past his unemployment?
But, recently I just got a job, and I start in like 2 weeks.
Good for you.
So I feel like I'm in a better place.
Good for you.
No, I was just embarrassed. I felt like you had a lot going for yourself.
I do.
And I didn't have a job, and I didn't want to have to explain it all. And I just basically wussed out. And I didn't want to, go through that and be embarrassed. But, and I'm finally on the other side of that. And, if you never want to talk again, I totally understand. But I just want to be transparent and let you know, what was going on and why I did that. And I just want to apologize.
Men, why can't you be vulnerable? Why can't you open up and tell women how you feel? Why are men so unable to just tell us how they feel? Well, golly gee, Brooke, maybe it's because you blast that shit on the internet while making fun of them for being ugly when they're clearly at a low point in their life. That was supposed to be a private voicemail between the two of you. I don't think that he knows that you have this massive platform that is getting tens of hundreds of thousands of likes roasting him. I don't think that he's aware of that. I don't think that he would consent to it. And I also think that if it was you in this position, opening up to someone about how you didn't feel comfortable enough pursuing something because you were at a really low point in your life, something that historically and well known and well documented is something that someone of the opposite sex judges the ever-living shit out of you for, I think that you would feel really, really bad if it was you on the other side of this having your most vulnerable moments blasted as someone called you ugly. But isn't it such a mystery that you're single? That was pretty cringy, man. None of us needed to hear that voice message. But people will just post anything on the internet now. And then they're wondering, why don't men approach women? Why don't men take chances on women anymore? Because you blast their shit all over the internet. Every single DM, every single voicemail, you make the whole world's business. However did this happen?